All right, this is We the People News. Okay, it's educational video, so I'm not an attorney, not giving legal advice. Maybe opinions of if I cut in here or not. But right now, I'm gonna stand arm length because I really actually only seen a little bit of this, and I love what little I seen because it backed up of the studies I done, not you, but I have done, and of course they're verifying that my studies was basically on cue of my educational. All right, we never look straight forward. We always look around you. We never look straight forward. We always look around us, be able to protect ourselves by any means necessary. Okay, people? And so it's going to bring this up a little bit. Men and women, okay? Free man, all that. Our state constitution in Texas says free man. Other states says people, okay? But if you use one of the people, or if you use a man, or you use a woman in your documents, you explain to me why the person is so important to change you from a man to a person, or change one of the people into a person. If you don't think persons uh, uh, important, why do you think the courts think it is important enough to switch you from one place to another? Okay? You explain that. Okay? Because I sat here and done videos and telling you guys to look it up and all this kind of stuff. But if it's not important, why do they force the person, the word person, on you and take away from your manhood or take away from your womanhood? All right? Or take your political powers away of one of the people. Why? Okay? Men and women have natural rights. That's not given to us. Okay? The people have political powers over their government. Okay? Grammar, in law, and of law, right, is very important. The words that you use, and you can ask any attorney, is very important. Everybody says, well, it's just words. No, if you ask any attorneys, does words matter at law, in law, or of law? And every one of your attorneys will say yes. Then why are we kind of arguing just words itself? All right, anyway, went on a rant. Let's go.
Of the civil law. So I don't want to get off track, but those two words are very important. So anyway, and the Constitution, if you go look there, it's not opinion. It says all men are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So that means those three are just among your rights, and they're so numerous that they didn't list them in the Constitution. You can go to the Ninth Amendment of the original Constitution. It talks about the rights that aren't enumerated are retained by the people, or shall not be disparaged, or the government can assume that they were denied. And most state constitutions have the same wording in their state declaration. California does, Washington, Oregon, all the ones I've looked at. And it basically says that all inherent power is in the people. It says the people. It doesn't say persons or men and women. It doesn't say the courts. It says.
All right, so he did bring that up. I missed that one altogether when I just kind of run through it. So again, he still backed up my little thing, what I just said. Awesome.
People. And the people, as sovereigns, can delegate some of their authority to government. That's how you create government. And if you go to a U.S. Supreme Court case, and I sent it to Clint, called Chisholm versus Georgia in 17.
Please, y'all, for the love of God, or love of nature, or for the love of your God government, look up this case. Okay?
93, it says that the people are individual sovereigns. And it says, and then without subjects, and then it says, except for the African slaves. But the point here is, a sovereign means just that. Nobody's above you, not government, not somebody else. So that's the Supreme Court.
Now, that's kind of a touchy thing uh, for other people, but it brings up an interesting deal, right? We live in the modern days where there's no slavery, right? So even when it said that, it actually applies to every man and woman now. All right. I don't like that wording in there. Kind of makes a flaw. But that being said, over time, this is everybody, all men and women now.
And again, when it said the Declaration of Independence, sovereigns move by declarations. They move by declarations, by writs, by proclamations, and by basically direction, because direction means a command to their public servants in government, because they're public servants. They're
All right, so I had to kind of extend on that as well. We are to, petition our government. All right, so basically, what a petition is, if you really look it up, but in the common law or in the people's law or man's law, however you want to look at it, right? A petition is to instruct our government of doing the right thing. Okay, and this is where the First Amendment comes in, of our grievance. They passed a bad law, so we do a petition. We go up there and instruct them to get rid of that law because it's a bad law. Okay, we're dealing out our grievance with that petition. All right, and it's not technically for court. Back in the old days, we did not have attorneys. Everything we did was going to the government and ordering them to do things. And of course, the courts kind of did a slide through about taking over piece by piece by piece. Okay, but technically, this is what the petition and grievance. Your grievance, you're supposed to write a petition, a grievance, and then take it to your city council. That's the way it's supposed to be done. All right? You're not really supposed to petition it in court. You're supposed to petition it to your body, your local government, saying, hey, but you should have more than just one person or, one man or one of the people, right? You want to know that the whole group is like, no, this is not okay.
public masters. You want to go to pages 471 and 472 of that document and see where it says no such ideas obtained here at the revolution. The sovereignty devolved, that mean was bestowed upon the people, and they are truly the sovereigns of the country, but they are sovereigns without subjects, unless the slaves among us be so called, and have none to govern but themselves. Okay.
That right there. So, Revolution War, right? What we did is got rid of the kings. All right? We took his sovereignty away. All right? And we gave it to ourselves. Because we are the leaders now. All right? If you must use fancy words, we become kings and queens and princess and all that kind of stuff. Okay? We are the body, okay, of the government.
So that means, government doesn't tell us how to govern ourselves, because if you're sovereign, you don't have anybody above you. And the government was created by us, just like the King of England had people under him. They were the body politic. All the hangers on, all the people in government, the subjects, the freemen, all that stuff. Because in England, a freeman was the highest status of the body politic. But
What did I say? Men are above everybody. Government. We're under God. Some people may not want to go with that word, but you can think